Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as the Beast, and I just thought I'd do something genre wise slightly different. After the fun and games of Fortress Festival and a bit of an overdose of black metal, I thought I'd go back to my original metal passion and have a few hours, days, weeks listening to some thrash metal. Got a couple of old albums here to show you and a couple of newer records. Get cracked on and see if there's something that you find interesting. So first up we have got Vendetta and their second full length, Brain Damage. This came out in 1988 on Noise Records. These gentlemen are part of the Teutonic thrash scene. Obviously not as well known as Creator and Tankard, Destruction and Sodom, but yeah, this is a really fun record. The opening bass line, that sort of funky groove type thing, you knew for a fact when you heard it that it was going to end up being a proper little like thrash fest. The vocals are they're nothing outstanding, but they actually do a job. I just realised earlier when I bought this that this is the inlay card for the original cassette inside it. I don't actually have the cassette. I didn't even realise it was in there until I got home. But so if anybody has this on OG cassette and they want the inlay card, let me know. It's full of riffs. It's got that the nostalgia thing of, even when I play it now, it takes me back to a time where I still had long hair, still wore skin tight jeans because they were supposed to be skin tight and not just because I'm a fat knacker, and the old white high tops that we all used to wear. This is actually an OG press as well, so on black wax as they were. Yeah, I've had this quite a few months. It's an album I knew really well. I've had it quite a few months. I picked it up at a local record fair for not for very much, I think maybe 20 quid or something like that, but it's an absolute cracking record. I'm going to have to get I'll try and get the debut. So it's one of them ones, if I come across it I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to go searching high and low for it. But yeah, back to the record itself. It's not the greatest thrash metal album that's ever been made, obviously, but it's quite technical in parts and slightly progressive. The bass is very high in the mix on this, and sort of along with the drums sets the platform nice for the guitar work, which is it's pretty solid guitar work throughout. I say it's just a really good album and a decent addition to the thrash metal collection. So that's Vendetta with their second full length, Brain Damage, from 1988. Now this next one's an album I've known for years and years and never ever found a copy. I had it originally on a dub tape from a friend. Maybe came out I think I maybe got it a year after its release, and absolutely played the twat out of it to a point where the cassette just died. I said, no, that's it, I'll do. So the album in question is DBC and their debut Dead Brain Cells. This is on Combat Records. Came out in, did I make a note? Yeah, 1987. This is thrash speed metal from Canada. So I've been after this for a while, and a couple of months ago now, when I was up in Newcastle, we nipped into Beatdown Records. No great surprise there, and they had it on the shelf for a price I was more than happy to pay. Again, it is an OG, so we've got the original inner with the gents on one side and the lyric sheet on the other side. as was the case back in the day nice black vinyl on combat label. Yeah, this isn't what you'd go, you know, it's not the normal thrash that you associate with like the Bay Area type scene. This is more of a punk crossover, hardcore edge to it. It's certainly not in the lines of, say, DRI or Sick of It All or something like that, but it's got some of the passages that when it goes quite frantic, full of riffs, and then they sort of go into a groove, and that the groove's quite infectious. Good name for a band, that, Infectious Groove. I wonder why no one's ever thought of that. But yeah, the vocals at times are quite strained, but that sort of, it sits really well with the rest of the record. The musicianship's spot on. You know, it's one of those. It's an album that every time I listen to it, even after all these years, it still has enough to keep me interested and sort of like intrigued. And there's subtle little nuances every so often that you maybe miss on a prior listen that come back and, oh yeah, I forgot about that bit. But yeah, it's a really good album, and I'm really happy to have this OG press in the collection. So that's DBC and their debut, Dead Brain Cells. Oh, jumping forward quite a few decades, this next album I bought it based purely on the artwork on the front cover, the name of the band, and I thought, if that's not a thrash metal record, then I don't know what is. The album band in question is, the band are called Fusion Bomb. The album is called Concrete Jungle. This came out in 2019 and it's out on Iron Shield Records. These gentlemen are actually from Luxembourg, which I wouldn't have thought was a hive for thrash metal. Now this is unapologetically thrash from start to finish. It's heavily influenced by the Bay Area. The guys aren't trying to hide the fact that it's heavily influenced by the Bay Area. But it's really, the vocals on this are really good. It's very riff based thrash metal. Every so often you get the obligatory at the end of a track where the singer shouts thrash, and obviously that's when the crowd go crazy, unless they're an old man like me and just stand at the back and nod your head a bit more. Again, black vinyl. Yeah, I saw this in a local record shop that wasn't actually in Newcastle, and like I say, the artwork and the name and the picture of the guys on the back, you sort of know what you're going to get. It's a really good listen. You know, it's not going to blow you away. It's not going to change your opinion on thrash metal. But for a modern thrash metal that's sort of done old school style, I think it's a really good record. I think they've got an EP out that came out after this one, which I don't own yet, but yeah, it's well worth a listen if you're in the mood for some modern but old school sounding thrash metal. So that's Fusion Bomb and their 2019 release, Concrete Jungle. The next one and the last one for this little video is it's just a fun listen. It's a reissue from, well, I'll show you anyway. This is Municipal Waste and their EP, Tango and Thrash. This was actually originally released as a split with what they're called, I wrote it down somewhere, Bad Acid Trip. What they've done here is they've added a couple of Municipal Waste tracks as well. I mean, the artwork itself, it was worth buying just for the front cover. And with song titles like Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, Captain Ron / Overboard, Backdraft, you sort of know they're a bit of a Kurt Russell fan. Now, the vinyl is actually single-sided. I don't know if I said this is only just over 9 minutes long. and it's very furious, hardcore, no messing, thrash punk DIY type thing. It's actually etched on the back, but I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, which is a shame. It's similar to the cover, the etching. It's not really well defined like a lot of etchings are. But yeah, I mean, if you've heard Municipal Waste, you know what to expect. This is out on Nuclear Blast. This, I think, originally was recorded in 2002, and this was reissued in 2024. Yeah, it's Municipal Waste doing what they do. Very much tongue-in-cheek, very much sort of a DIY sounding approach, thrash, hardcore crossover type malarkey. Yeah, it's just over 9 minutes, so it's not going to be it's not going to tax you to try and listen to it. But yeah, it's a fun addition to the collection, and it's Municipal Waste doing what they do better than most. And so that is their Tango and Thrash reissue 2024. So that's it. It was just a quick sort of palate cleanser, as it were, from all the icy frostness and murderous death doom stuff and such like. Pop down in the comments, and if you know any of these or anything similar that you think I might be interested in. The subs count, sort of, it went up to, I think I got to 599, and then after the Fortress Festival it dropped down to about 592. So obviously 7 of the people thought, we don't know what he's talking about, so we'll leave. But hey ho, it's back up to 596 or something like that. If we get to 600, we get to 600. If you've stuck with me to the end, thank you very much for watching. As always, it's very much appreciated. The next video will probably be, no surprise, a black metal update, but I have actually really enjoyed delving back into the world of high top boots and bullet belts and such like. We'll wrap it up there. Enjoy what's left of the weekend as I film this on a Sunday morning. Look after one another. If you're off to download next weekend, hopefully the weather stays well, and if you see my lad there, pop over and say hello to him. Him and his missus are going for the first time ever, I believe. So anyway, enjoy whatever music you're listening to, enjoy whatever genre of music you're listening to, and until next time, as always, cheers!